Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're analyzing another impressive trader, Tatiana. Tatiana's from Czech Republic and she's trading on an account with $50,000. So she's been on fire lately and pulling off some amazing trades. Tatiana earned over $2,600 before her profit split, which turned into $2,117 after. So let's take a deep dive into her trading performance, strategy, and what makes her such a consistent trader. Ready to break it down? Let's go. Okay, first up, let's check out Tatiana's numbers for this trading cycle. So as you can see, the profit was 2,646, I already mentioned that, and that accounted to a total appreciation of her account over 5%. The profit factor in this cycle was 1.6, so on every dollar she risked, she almost made $2. The total wins in dollars were 8,561. Total losses in dollars was 5,268. And the win ratio was 85%. And that sounds kind of weird, right? Because 85%, that's a very high percentage of winning trades. But she still had a very large loss compared to the winnings. And indeed, the total number of wins was 58 and the total number of losses was only 10. So that's right, 85% win ratio is a seriously impressive result. Not only does she know how to pick her trades, but she's staying consistent. But let's look a little bit closer further on in the analysis on why is that happening and why are the losses so big. So what kind of trader is Tatiana? Well, she's all about day trading. She doesn't hold positions overnight. Her trades are all opened and closed within the same day. This means she avoids the risk of unexpected overnight market swings. A smart move, especially when you want to have more control over your trades. Now, let's talk risk management, which is one of the factors to Tatiana's success. She mostly trades 12 lots on DAX index. This shows she's careful and not to take any too much risk per trade. And here's another crucial part of a strategy. Tatiana almost always uses stop loss. This means she's done her homework, performing careful fundamental analysis and technical analysis before entering a trade. The use of stop loss isn't just a safety net, it's a necessary tool, especially for day traders. It helps avoid those emotional charged decisions that can lead to big losses. One thing we've noticed is that Tatiana's biggest profit came from her trades on DAX. Her top trades earned $427 and $361. Now let's zoom in on two specific trades and her most profitable trade and her biggest loss. These are some real examples of the highs and lows every trader faces. So let's start by the most profitable. And Tatiana's most successful trade came from a long position on DAX. And it wasn't a really day trade, it was more scalping. It only took 1 minute and 41 seconds. The entry point was at this level, the exit point was here, and the result was a beautiful $427 in just 1 minute. As you can see, the price jumped at this point very quickly up, and she wasn't greedy, she got out. Now, retrospectively, we can see she could have stayed in the trade a little bit longer, but that's where the most problems always stems from, people getting greedy. And you never know, that the market could have just take different direction at that point, and she could have had a losing trade instead of a winning one. So good for her, not getting greedy, sticking to your plan. The second trade we're gonna take a look at, and on the flip side, her biggest loss was a really tough trade. That was a negative $1,450 that ended up at her stop loss. As I'm looking at the trade, the range between the stop loss was a bit bigger. I don't really understand the technical analysis at this point because there wasn't any indicators or patterns that I can see on the chart that would indicate the drop she expected to happen. But that happens. It's something she can work on, and if she learned from this mistake in her next cycle, she will be performing very good. So the entry point was over here, the exit point was here, take profit and stop loss level. The important part is to adapt and learn from it, and I am certain she's gonna. So now let's talk about Tatjana's overall performance growth. She's been training with us for 2 months and already shown incredible results. So the first cycle, she was almost plus 4% appreciation. This cycle was over 5%. So in just 2 cycles, she made a total of $3,642, which with her biggest payout from us being this one, over $2,000 after her second cycle. She's now trading in the third, so good luck. This consistency is what sets her apart from many traders. She knows her style, sticks to it, and it keeps delivering. And if she's gonna adapt and learn from her mistakes and from her losing trades, and maybe just lower them, because the win ratio was awesome. 85% is a great job, but the losing trades are too big. So if she just works on her technical analysis and maybe puts the stop loss next time a little bit lower, she could just overall become more consistent and more profitable. Next thing, so what are the biggest takeaways from Tatjana's trading journey and from this cycle? The first one is for sure consistency. She sticks to her trading plan like a pro. She's focusing on one asset. She's learning to read the market, read the waves, and follow the patterns, and set up a technical analysis, and so on and so on. And she's learning. That's the most important takeaway. Her success shows that even with a couple of tough trades, you can bounce back and still finish strong, which she did, and she got a great payday out of it. Of course, there are always areas for improvement, as I just mentioned, and even for experienced traders like Tatjana, one thing is she could work on is setting her stop loss a little too far from her entry points. Sometimes it can lead to bigger losses than necessary, so fine-tuning that could make a big difference going forward. Overall, Tatjana's performance has been fantastic, and she's a great example of how dedication, discipline, solid risk management can lead to long-term success. Now the question is, can you match or even beat Tatjana's results? If you think you've got what it takes, leave a comment below, reach to us, or just straight up go and buy the first evaluation. If you like the content we're making, don't forget to like, subscribe, let us know what you think, and until next time, stay sharp, trade smart, and keep making those profits. See you guys.